Next up is Silent. Let's do a Silent run. We also died in Act 1 with Silent yesterday. Yesterday was hard. Do we have a snipe path? I am not seeing a snipe path. There's a shot before the fire elite, but there's no way to get there with only 2 fights. We can get to this fire with only 2 fights, but then there's a 3rd fight before the elite. I think we might just take Niaz Lament anyway. Silent has an awful lot of trouble with losing health in early fights, so we can just take an honest Niaz Lament and not try to get away with any shenanigans. I'm not liking this left path, though. There's 2 elites on it, but there's like too many question marks here, so we don't get to scale up. Or we don't get to... People talk about scaling usually from like a tactical perspective, where it's like you're scaling in a fight. You're like, on turn 1 you're weak, and on turn 10 you're strong. That kind of scaling. But you also scale throughout the act, right? You like start out Act 1 really weak and end Act 1 really strong. And I wasn't intending to use them interchangeably, but I suppose I could defend my decision to do so. Looks like we're probably going up the middle. It's a bit of a decision point here. If when we get here we feel really strong, we can go fight 2 elites. If we don't feel really strong, we can go take a fire and then 1 elite. And then either way, we're probably taking this guy. Maybe taking these fights, maybe taking these question marks. Either way, I think taking Niaz Lament is fine. And I think we're going to go up this left path, try and get the 3 easy pool fights and 2 question marks for the elite, and try and preserve our health. All the cards being green caused me a surprising amount of eye strain switching between characters. I was like, oh man, it's a lot of green on the screen suddenly. Nothing attacks here. What do I look for when choosing my route? Well, I just talked about it fairly specifically. You want in Act 1, you want 3 fights, because those are your easy pool fights, and then you want like ideally you want 3 easy pool fights and then a fire, an elite, and a fire. Probably the best possible Act 1 route is 3 fights in a row, and then a question mark, and then a shop, and then a fire, elite, fire, and then another elite, ideally, and as many elites as you can get. Usually you have to throw in some question marks, because it doesn't work out exactly like that. Although we did actually have access to 3 fights, and then a question mark, and then a shop here. The question mark can be Serpent, or Shrine of Gold. So you get gold for a curse, and then you get to remove the curse immediately. Obviously, this route isn't an option right now, because Act 1 elites mega elites are super dangerous. But you don't want to go either really above or below the three easy pool fights before the elite, because if you go below, then you're missing out on a card ward that you're going to need to beat that elite. And if you go above, then you start getting hard pool fights and you might die. Floor 1 card rewards, you almost always want to take an attack card. There are no attack cards here. So we're never taking Prepared. Prepared is... it increases your draw consistency, but costs you a card in hand, which is okay on turn 1 when we have a huge hand, but on every other turn it's a huge liability, because you end up with a 4-card hand instead of a 5-card hand. Dodge and Roll is nice, particularly when you have a lot of footwork. It's one of the few dex scaling cards in the game, along with like Halt, and there's one more. But the fact that Silent has access to that at common, and with no condition, is really insane. And then Catalyst is a huge card. Catalyst is like absolutely run-defining. It's how you get like many consecutive heart damage cap turns, but at the cost of being absolutely terrible right now. It's basically a curse, doesn't do anything. But I think we'll pick it. Good old floor 1 Catacurse. Let's go. Here's the Serpent event we were talking about. We do have access to a shop here, so maybe this changes our mind about the pathing. I was not excited about the path on the left, but maybe I should get excited. Because going to a store with 260 gold is pretty appealing, especially since we just picked up a Catalyst. So we're a little bit behind on picking up attacks, and we're also a little bit behind on trying to find poison. And stores are really good at doing both. So I think we are going to take this, and then we're going to go to the shop immediately. Alright, well, we've got some poison available. Probably want to card remove that, that doubt. Weak is generally a pretty big deal. We can afford to do all of that and still have a little bit left over. That's going to cost exactly 180, so we'd have 80 left. Which is enough for, almost enough for Cloak and Dagger and Poison Pot. Not quite enough. Alternately, we could pick up, like, Ceramic Fish. Or Warpaint. We could put Deadly Poison Warpaint. It's pretty decent. That means we don't remove the doubt, obviously. Which is potentially extremely disastrous. Is it enough for these two? I think it's not. I think we could skip the Poison Stab, maybe. Let's remove the doubt before I forget. Let's take Deadly Poison. I think that's the highest priority pick here. Next in the picking order, I think, is Poison Stab. It's kind of a huge damage card. Yeah, no, we cannot afford Cloak and Dagger, Poison Pot, or Dex Pot. Or Slice. We could just buy Dex Pot, or just buy Poison Pot, or just buy Cloak and Dagger. I think I just like Poison Pot. Particularly with the Catalyst. We get like a turn 1, like, if Deadly Poison and Catalyst happen to line up, then we're like, Poison Potion, Deadly Poison, Catalyst on Lagavulin or something. Totally forgot we had Niao's Lament charges left. Ooh, there's a Footwork. Really bad build against Gremlin Knob. We're gonna get totally wrecked by Gremlin Knob, but we've got some pretty good stuff. I think we should take the max HP. We only heal for 7, so we might as well just heal for 5 and take max HP. I think we're smithing because we're pretty close to full health. Footwork, Catalyst, Deadly Poison, and Poison Stab all have really good upgrades, as well as Neutralize. I could see good arguments for any of those. Deadly Poison gets the biggest just raw damage upgrade. Poison Stab gets the biggest damage upgrade on a non-skill. Neutralize blocks a ton of damage against Gremlin Knob, potentially, which is probably our biggest challenge. Catalyst helps us live the dream of Deadly Poison, Poison Pot, burn somebody to down. In fact, if we upgrade Catalyst, just like Poison Pot and Catalyst alone do so much damage. 18 poison. Catalyst also really needs an upgrade in the long term. And the argument for Footwork is just like, it helps us survive the Sentry fight. Sentries are actually really hard for a like early poison focused silent, because it's like we don't have any way to remove artifact charges other than like Neutralize and then our like really expensive poison damage cards. I think I'll take the Neutralize upgrade. It kind of splits the difference of being good at Lagavulin and Gremlin Knob. No, maybe Catalyst is the answer. Yeah, let's take Catalyst. Wait, who's the boss here? Guardian. Yeah, I'm okay with Catalyst against Guardian. Okay, here's our last Niao's Lament. We're actually almost taking damage here. If they were both attacking, we could have actually taken damage. It's possible. I don't know if I've ever taken damage in a fight where Niao's Lament is active, but I'm always sort of waiting for it to happen. It'll happen at some point. Bane seems like a pretty good pick here. We desperately need more attacks, and we have a lot of sources of poison, so Bane triggers pretty reliably. Alright, it is sentries, it's pretty scary. Okay. I think we're willing to Deadly Poison just to remove somebody's artifact charge. We're only taking 2 damage here. Do we put Strike and Deadly Poison on the same target? Or are we trying to remove the artifact charge of the guy with the most health? That is really not clear to me. Okay, let's suppose we get Poison Stab and Catalyst next turn, and we want to Poison Potion, Poison Stab, and then Catalyst. That's going to be 9, 27 poison. 27 poison kills any sentry over 2 turns. There's approximately like a 25% chance of that happening, slightly lower. So I think we strike a low health target and remove the artifact charge on the high health target. Also, if we get neutralized next turn, it's important that we remove the artifact charge on one of the ones that's actually attacking. We did get Poison Stab Catalyst, though. So I guess we're committed to this line. And then we defend. Energy Potion, spend these 2. I think I like that line, too. We have 14 damage, so we could just kill him. That saves 10 health. I think I'm into it. And then try and set him up. Great footwork is happening. 2 strikes are on him. And I think we remove the artifact charge from the one who's we're more likely to get back to later with the poison damage. Okay. Take it 3. Alright, poison for you. Neutralize you 2. Block out and do some damage to the back sentry. Just need a strike next turn, and we should be well on our way to solving this fight. Great, that's what I asked for. I think we can afford to take it slow here. Take 0 damage. He mostly is just dying to poison, so yeah, perfect. Okay, talk about slow. Stone Calendar is about the slowest relic there is. We have a footwork, so we should probably take a dodge and roll. What are you blaming me for, Kieran? I don't understand. Clearly, your blame is reserved for only special occasions when particularly blameful events have occurred. Yeah, pretty excited about dodge and roll. Let's grab it. Blue candle, huh? Not sure how I feel about blue candle versus sapphire key. We certainly don't have any curses right now. We could have had a regret if we'd taken the one from the box. I see. You blame because you are. Makes sense. I'm sick of taking sapphire keys and then not getting to Act 4. So I'm not sure if blue candle like ever actually helps us, but let's take blue candle just in case it does. Okay. I guess we're transforming a strike. Those seem pretty useless. Acrobatics seems way better. Yikes. This is hard. Hard pool fight. We have Poison Stab Catalyst and Bane for some pretty good damage. That involves not blocking at all, which seems scary. So if we want to fit in Survivor, then we'd probably drop the Catalyst. It's tripling poison from 3 to 9, So it's doing sort of 6 damage this turn. 6 plus 5 is 11 next turn, so it takes 3 turns to catch up to Bane. Actually, this fight's going to be 3 turns long at least, so it's probably... We're skipping Bane over Catalyst. Man, skipping 14 damage seems like a lot of skipping to be doing, though. So these two are happening, and then it's this versus that. I think I need to do this. It's important that we survive the fight. You know. Trying to win the game and all. Let's see what we can get. Okay. He is dead. So let's move on to Ascension. Footwork Survivors, max block. We're not getting lethal this turn, so max block is probably what we're looking for. We're getting lethal this turn. This is 9 damage, that's 14, that's 23, plus 6 is 29. We are getting lethal. Great. Okay, backflip, cloak and dagger, or dagger spray. Let's take the backflip. We have an acrobatics, actually. Is it worth it to take that much draw? It's a lot of draw. Draw is really good, though. It helps us set up Catalyst on things. It's certainly better than Shivs. Do we need the AoE? AoE could be pretty helpful. And backflip is also quite helpful. Okay. Happy to buy potions. Probably only keeping 1. I think we'll still buy 3. These are quite good, though. Skill potion ever better than liquid memories here? What are we liquid memoriesing? Yeah, I think skill potion actually is better than liquid memories. We don't have like a dash or anything to really pay off the cost reduction of liquid memories. Liquid memories does help us line up Catalyst. We can just discard the Catalyst and wait until we draw Deadly Poison, and then Deadly Poison. Liquid memories Catalyst. We're definitely taking Cultist Potion. Yeah, I think we'll keep the liquid memories over the skill pot. Okay, we're resting here. And then, are we fighting an elite or a hallway fight? I think an elite. It's Gremlin Knob. The most dangerous of all Gremlin Knobs. This fight doesn't tend to be very long, but we might need every bit of damage we can get, so let's prepare for that. Cultist Potion is extremely expensive, but, you know, what else are we gonna do? So that's definitely happening. Is this happening? He goes up to 8 and then 24. Takes 24, then 27. That's 55. We'd have to do 9 damage next turn. There's no way we can miss 9 damage. Actually, that's not true. If we miss all the attacks, then even with liquid memories, we don't get 9 damage. Oh no, we do. We get it with poison stab. Okay, so we take the extra damage now. Eight damage? What? Okay. Well, that was a lot of potions, but we won the fight, so maybe it's worth it. Guardian shouldn't be too hard. Second footwork seems great. Pretty happy with that, especially against Guardian. Are we upgrading a footwork? or resting? I think resting. I'm pretty concerned that we don't have enough damage to change him on turn 1 and turn 2. Especially if we just miss some poison. And in that case, I do not want to die. So let's rest. Alright, we have achieved reaching the Act 1 boss with both Ironclad and Silent, which is better than yesterday. Okay, I think we're just blocking this turn. Versus Deadly Poison? We're still just blocking. No. I'm playing Deadly Poison. This is too low a value to Catalyst. There's no point in defending, so I will strike. Maybe we can get there. We're going to be vented. Yeah. Looks like actually we can block out. Actually, we have enough damage, so we'll just split him. Hopefully we have enough poison to feel good about catalysting next time around. Taking 6 is big. Okay, good. Well, there's Catalyst. Okay, I think we have to go on Catalyst. And we have to block. We are theoretically surviving. We could fit Bane, but let's not play with fire there. Oh, I forgot about Stone Calendar. Good God, we're slow. That was Stone Calendar like before 50% of Guardian's health. Jeez. Okay, let's set up block for next turn. And do we take 2 to develop 5 poison? Our poison is pretty low. I think we need a little bit of help there. Take 2. Alright, we're blocked out, so we can actually even fit in a strike. Look at that. No more splits. We either block him or kill him. Hey, why not both? Well, I'm glad we rested. We needed every bit of it. Oops, should not have played that last card, because now I'm poorly set up for my ink bottle. Kind of forgot I had it. Okay, are we a Malaise deck? Can we ever set up Grand Finale? We actually do have quite a bit of card draw, which indicates that we can manipulate how many cards are left in the deck with Backflip Acrobatics. We would go up to a 22 card deck, which actually does mean that we would draw perfectly to the last card if we played neither of these or both of them. We're kind of missing the well-laid plans for Grand Finale. It's a pretty important part. Can't really just rely on Grand Finale happening to be in the last shuffle, or in the last 2 shuffles, but if it's in the second one, it has to be with Acrobatics Backflip, or not the last shuffle, the last hand. And then on the second shuffle, we're losing Footwork, both Footworks, and theoretically maybe Catalyst. No, I don't think we're a Grand Finale deck. If we had well-laid plans, I think it's a pretty realistic possibility. And Venom says poison on it, and we're a poison deck. But we're not really that kind of poison deck. We're more of a Deadly Poison Catalyst kind of deck than a Envenom. Although we do have a Bane. Envenom and Bane are really good together. We had a pretty good Envenom run a couple days ago when we got offered an Envenom Plus somehow. We must have had. We either had Frozen Egg or we got it from an Astrolabe. I don't remember which one. But that was fun. But Envenom Plus is a very different card than Envenom. And we're not going to have time. What's frustrating about Act 2 is I always feel like I like get something from the boss and then I like want to go to a campsite right at the beginning of Act 2 and I don't get to. I kind of feel like the beginning of Act 2 and Act 3 should have you being at a fire like you are at Act 4. But that's not how the game works. Malaise is probably the default pick here. Malaise tends to be great. Particularly in Act 2, which is what we're going into. And I would say we're anticipating struggling in Act 2. So let's take Malaise and help that out. There's a Calling Bell, Fusion Hammer, and Slaver's Collar. I think Slaver's Collar is probably out. It's like Fusion Hammer in that they're both energy relics, but Fusion Hammer only triggers in elite fights, and we're pretty afraid of elite fights right now. So like maybe we end up doing some of them, but we're definitely not doing 4 of them, you know? Our relics are very poor for elites, and our cards are too, so that's very scary. This one's a little bit less scary. We would like an upgrade on a couple of cards, both the Footworks, the Malaise, the Deadly Poison, even like Acrobatics wants an upgrade, Neutralize. So it is pretty harmful to take Fusion Hammer. Also, Silent has a couple of Silent-specific Calling Bell relics. Relics that Calling Bell can get for us. And we missed a lot of relics in Act 1, so I think we're going to take Calling Bell here and try and catch up a little bit. First, though, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to theoretically still be thinking about Fusion Hammer versus Calling Bell. All right. Well, the question is, which class would make the best pizza? So Calling Bell tells your customers that the pizza is ready, but Fusion Hammer helps you heat the pizza. And I think we probably want to tell those customers the pizza is ready. I think we need a Calling Bell. Ding ding, dinner time. Those holes. Oh my gosh, we got Toy Ornithopter White Beast statue. That's quite a little combo. Didn't know we were there, but apparently we are. Okay. That's a surprise. Really, really good Calling Bell. This is like one of the best Calling Bells I've ever seen. Getting Toy Ornithopter and White Beast Statue is insane. And then for the rare relic, oh, you know, just Incense Burner. Just, you know, one of the best relics in the game. Like, if this were fossilized helixes, it'd be like among the best possible Calling Bells. Okay, not very much money, so probably going to avoid the early shops. Yeah, that was insane, right? Usually my Calling Bells are, I'm like surprised at how much they screw me, but this one was very friendly. I think we're going to go through these question marks. Really difficult pathing here. Somebody asked about pathing earlier. I'm not sure if, I guess that was Unbuzzed Bee. So Act 2 pathing is way different from Act 1 pathing. For Act 2 pathing, you tend to, Act 2 hallway fights tend to be really scary, and Act 2 question marks are really, really good. So you really want to try and hit, ideally, 4 question marks before the mid-act chest. Obviously that's not possible here, but you really want to jam as many question marks as you can in Act 2. Obviously sometimes you're looking for a shop as well, if you have like 400 money. But Act 2 question marks are really important, because that's where you turn into a vampire, that's where you turn into a ghost, that's where you get ancient writing. There's a couple other good ones, but those are sort of the highlights. So we're going to grab these 2 question marks. This point is a bit of a decision point. If we feel strong, we can go fight this elite. Otherwise, we can go take a fire. If we do take a fire, it's a pretty big cost. It means that like we're going to be here, probably not going to want to fight that mega elite because we didn't want to fight this elite. So we're probably going to be forced into a 0 elite path in Act 2. And that's going to put us really far behind. So let's hope that White Beast Statue gives us some really good stuff. And by the time we get here, we're like, yeah, we can fight an elite with that. Okay. We can get rid of Curse of the Bell with the old Calling Bell, or with the blue candle. Jeez, I didn't note that interaction when I picked Ink Bottle because I was forgetting about it. Calling Bell, not Ink Bottle. Can't speak. Generally, you want to target the Mugger over the Looter. He hits harder if they decide to attack on turn 3, and he gets more block if he decides to run. So he's a little bit harder to kill. If you just want to kill one of them, then Looter is often easier to kill, though, because he has a little bit lower health. But their health difference is only 4 here. It can be as much as like 10. So go for Mugger. Are we playing Curse of the Bell? This fight tends to go pretty quickly, so I think we're probably not shuffling. Or if we are shuffling, there's a good chance we don't draw back to Curse of the Bell, so I'll save the 1 health. This is always happening. It's hard to imagine playing Footwork and 2 attacks, so I think we're probably going to skip the attack and then Acrobatics. Interesting. Well, I don't think I'm playing 2 Footworks, so let's get rid of one of those. And I guess it's like Poison Stab on you, Malaise on you. That way they're both weak. That draws a card awkwardly. And I can't really spend the card. Getting the damage is pretty important though. So let's get the damage. And I guess defend blocks for more than Malaise here. It reduces his damage to 10 and then makes him weak for a turn. So it goes down to... is it 7? It is 7. So it goes down to 7, we take 13, or 15 rather. Whereas this way we take 14. But then he does 1 less damage next turn. Malaise is also out of the deck. Okay. Descender's Bane is a good draw. It's probably the only good one. Alright, here he is attacking. We can kill him with Catalyst. So that's nice. Let's backflip first. Actually, backflip draws exactly these. It's probably going to be backflip Catalyst Strike on the front guy. We're never killing front guy, but we might as well pretend that we are. Okay. You can go. Wow. We got mugged, but we got the fruit juice. Little do they know. They left behind. Escape plan seems pretty good. We're way behind on blocking. We need like a lot more block. And we have 2 footworks. So escape plan is like usually really good. Okay. Well, we got a ton of upgrades with ancient writing, so I'll take that. Alright, this fight is pretty challenging. Because we will struggle to get enough to get through the artifact charges. And then we're going to get frailed, and we're going to struggle to block too. I guess Malaise gets through the artifact charges. We can't Malaise and then Poison Stab, so I guess we Poison Stab and then Malaise. Seems fine. I still don't expect this fight to be long enough that we need to play Curse of the Bell. Alright. Let's go ahead and just block out here. We're looking for poison. We don't have to go through the armor the hard way. We can go the easy way. We did draw Curse of the Bell again, so I was wrong about that. But I don't think we're drawing it a 3rd time, so I'm going to continue to make the same mistake. 6 poison isn't much, but it's enough to end the fight. He's only got 17 health, so... Alright, we're setting up Ink Bottle for the next fight. As much as we can. That 87 block isn't doing much for you, is it? Okay. I like how Stone Calendar hit him and just hit all armor. That's insane. Alright, let's drink the fruit juice now, because we got an energy potion to replace it. I'm gonna have to start spending a potion every fight. Yeah, I think I'll take another dodge and roll. Need more block. Got footworks. Why not? I find the art for dodge and roll and acrobatics to be confusing. They both involve like somebody doing gymnastics and like bullets or something. Let's replace one of them with beta art. That looks bad. What the hell? What is this? Oh, he's like balancing. It's like he's on a balance beam. This is truly strange. Does anyone understand what is happening here? Like, is this supposed to be a sentry? It's a sentry with on a tightrope. For some reason, on a field of polka dots. This is truly, truly odd. I don't know what to say about this. This is just... I never expected to see this. This is like a SimCity character when they're upset at you. They're like, that's the bubble above their head. And then why is it like dripping at the bottom? What in the world? Okay, I can't deal with this art being in my life, so it's gonna have to be this one. So I guess dodge and roll is getting beta arted. It doesn't look terrible. I can live with that. It's honestly, it's still confusing though. It's like somebody doing acrobatics and some sushi lines. Frigate. We're just gonna leave both normal art. Can't deal. Okay. All right. You like the crazy polka dot thing? I'm not complying with your demands here, Kieran. That is just absolutely mystifying. I can't imagine putting that in a game. We're removing something, right? Yeah, we were just removing a strike. Even though it's a strike plus. Maybe we remove Survivor. No. Survivor has edge cases where it's good. Beta Art or Riot. Go ahead and Riot, man. I want to see it. Give me your best Riot. I haven't ever seen a good Riot out of you, Kieran. Got high expectations. I'm calling your bluff. Oh wait, you're a mod. Oh shit. It's a riot. It's an exercise riot. Oh boy. Okay. I need to open up my streaming notes and record all this exercising that needs to happen. Okay, so it's 5 of them queued up. Very well. I guess that was a successful riot. Congratulations. We're going to play both footworks and see what we draw. If it's Catalyst, we're a little bit upset. Okay, it's not Catalyst. Oh yeah, I liked the talking about things. I should make that one cheaper. That one's fun. Oh my gosh. You're out of points. Unbelievable. Clearly this. And then, do we do this or that? No, this is just blocking for 6. You know what? We have to use a potion every fight, so let's use the energy potion right now. 'Cause it's good right now. Okay. I guess we can Catalyst. It's like solves a problem immediately. We're about to shuffle, so I think I will Curse of the Bell. We're in trouble here. Not going well. We just don't have enough damage for this fight. We're gonna die. Alright, let's look for something that helps. We don't need 3 defend pluses. Wow. I can't believe that missed, too. It's a very zen sort of picture you've painted. I'm imagining just like the, you know, it's like the This Is Fine dog, but it's a watcher with pizza. I think we have to strike, or else we're gonna die. They're hitting me for 32 right now, which we survive. So let's dodge and roll, because that's the most block. Because we have to survive next turn, too. Oh my god. I definitely cannot stall for that long. That is a lot of stalling. Yeah, we're dead here. Maybe the backflip saves us. I'm not sure how, but maybe. I mean, maybe we can stall that hard. We're currently, we'd have to survive this turn and next turn. Next turn we're getting neutralized, though. Neutralize helps us block. And this turn we have, like, dodge and roll, defend plus. I mean, we're surviving this turn. Alright, I think that's our best shot. Boy, we have to survive 50 this turn? Yeah, that's not happening. Can we kill this guy? We are drawing a card, so let's draw the card first. Let's draw the card with the defend. That's definitely happening. Okay, that's no help. Oh wait, maybe it is help. Poison stat plus Bane is 9 plus 14, 23 damage. Not enough. Off by 10. Okay, we need to get damage into him to kill him. Maybe this ancient pot will save me. Did that actually save me? The 5 health? No. Okay. It was close though. We almost got there. What went wrong with this deck? We never found like a Noxious Fumes. Yeah, we just didn't have enough damage. We took a ton of defensive stuff. Looking back on it, like look at all this stuff. We've got 2 footworks, backflip, acrobatics, 2 dodge and rolls, an escape plan, a malaise, and a curse in the deck. Like absolutely a ton of stuff that doesn't do damage. And then we've got like a single copy of Bane, a single poison stab, and a deadly poison. It's like, all right. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would have taken the grand finale if we had well-laid lands. I really enjoy running grand finale. It's a shame that it's like a rare and you basically have to have an uncommon for it to be any good. We really wasted a really good calling bell too. Even if we just set up the incense burner one tick better in the previous fight, we would have survived that. Then we would have made it to this fire and rested. Maybe could have been a win. Yeah, so I guess we did something wrong here. Should have set up the incense burner a little bit better. Oh wait, no, that was we got mugged there. We had no choice. About the timing. Yeah, we were just too slow, huh? Because we like got mugged and then died to a fight that scales. Drat.